Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Donkey Kong 64. Previously, we went through the remainder of Crystal Caves and took on its boss, which happened to be a repeat from our past, Armadillo. He had a lot more artillery to him this time, but he wasn't any tougher than the last time we did face him. And we also got some bananas, golden bananas I should say, in the hub world. Today we're gonna be completing Fungi Forest. Now that we have our Orangutan sprint ability, we can use it to take on the Hare once again. That doesn't mean it's gonna make it any easier though, it's still gonna be quite a challenge. I'm ready for you this time, Lakey. Make it 2 out of 2, and I'll hand over my trophy. By the way, you have to do this in the daytime only. He won't be available to speak to at night. So be sure to keep that in mind too. And best of luck going through this race. We're gonna take some time to get into the barrel. Once you do that though, that's when the race really starts. This guy though is still leaving us in the dust though. See how fast he's going. And this, unlike the last race we had to go through with the beetle, does take up crystal coconuts, and I don't think it does replenish if you happen to run out a few. And even my shortcut, I still can't keep up with this guy. So yeah, just because you got the sprint, doesn't mean you're guaranteed to win this race. We're not going any faster than he is. We did not have a chance to catch up with him at all. It is so ridiculous just how fast he is. It's obnoxious. There is a glitch that you can use to beat this guy, but I've been able to do it straight up before. So I want to give this a few honest tries before I want to resort to that glitch. I hope I don't have to, because I'm pretty low on coconuts as it is. Look at that, I already burned 10 just on one attempt. Maybe it might be worth using a restore point just to save myself on crystal coconuts, because there's no easy way to replenish coconuts if you happen to use up quite a lot of them. I wasn't any faster that time. I got close to him, a little closer, but it's not enough. You gotta have a perfect race if you want to beat this guy. And I missed the barrel. Great. I pretty much lost this race already. There's no way of catching up to him now. You know, I'm just gonna give up. I'm not gonna try this time. I think he might stop if he goes like way too far from you. I'm not too sure about that. Because the last time we did do that, I thought he was gonna cancel the race automatically. Turns out he's not gonna do that. So we gotta wait all the way till he's back home before we can actually try again. Yeah, I can't even just pause it or leave it through the pause screen either. So we actually have to wait for this guy. The nerve of him! Doesn't even give us like the chance to not stop at all. That's just ridiculous. Okay, well, give us a couple more attempts. Before I do that, I'm going to use a restore point just in case I don't run out of any crystal coconuts, because chances are that's going to happen if this keeps up. Oh, wait a second. Oh, deck and deck. Oh, I actually got ahead. No. Oh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Nope, get back here. Oh, man, that was like my most perfect race yet. I was so close to him. So you see what I mean when I say, let me just pause back into sleeping mode. So you see what I mean when I said your movement has to be absolutely perfect if you want to have any chance to beat this guy. I think I made a couple slip-ups and that's what actually cost me in the end. Other than that, I caught up with him pretty well in the last bit. If I did that a little earlier, I probably would have won. Now it's a race against time and the Hare. I'm only down to 5 coconuts. Oh, I got the lead. Oh man, I really gotta be careful now. Come on, be fast. I got a lead ahead of him. It's the home stretch. Yeah, in your face! You sure I want me monkey mover? We were likey. I know the trophy. Yeah, I'm gonna boot you all the while. How do you like that, huh? How do you like them bananas? You better give me my prize. And thankfully the game cancels us out of that animation automatically. I'm so surprised I got that on the third try. I was expecting that to make it last even longer. Well, so much for the restore point I backed up just in case. Unbelievable. The last time I tried that, it took me so long to go through that. It was getting really annoying. That was the hardest time I had back in my last playthrough of this game. With that race, I had it so long. It was very annoying. This is once again where the frame rate cleanup can actually work against you if you're playing this on the Wii U's Virtual Console, because that they smooth things out in the FPS, that race could be even harder than it was in the N64. But as it turns out, like I mentioned at the top of this episode, there is a glitch to beat that if you're taking too long. And this can be exploited on both versions. It's just the timing of this will be a little different depending on which version you're actually playing with. So what you have to do is lose the race intentionally and let the buddy talk all the way through, all this dialogue. Then hop in the barrel a couple seconds before the try again option pops up. If you can do this right, then you'll be in sprint form on the next attempt. And you can use a restore point to save yourself in that form so you can try it over and over again if your movement isn't perfect enough. But like I demonstrated, if your movement is somehow very smooth, then you can beat it without using the trick on both versions. Also might help to have a little bit of luck as well. If you don't know how to, like, I suppose, smooth out your movement fast enough, I did see a video on YouTube that shows somebody beating this with some very precise movement strats, so to speak, more or less actually, if you have a little trouble trying to get through this on your own. So just look up that to get some clue if you want to beat this legitimately. I did look that up some time ago when I was having trouble with this the last time, so I did use a couple of those little tricks I picked up for that video to help me out, and it turned out to be very worthwhile in the long run. So now we're here at the top of the castle, I guess. This place is pretty mysterious, but there's actually something I just remembered we could do with Lakey. I wonder if I have enough crystal coconuts to do with it, though. Wow, just one. I'll go pick up some on the banana fairy aisle and then go take care of what I forgot to do very quickly. Since I was just so excited beating the race in my third attempt. Kinda forgot about that. Calebsy? Now's not the time nor the place to be doing that. Also, last time I checked, this is an E10 plus game, buddy. So please, don't do that. Then again, the angle I'm at, it's not helping matters that much. So we're back at Calebsy's prison, and I want to quickly show if you're not close enough to the cage, then the key you got will just be in the lock, but it won't turn unless you get really close to said cage. The reason why I'm back here is that there's a button here that we can press down, and that will unlock that gate at the very far back behind Caleb's prison to another golden banana, as you can see right there. But this is the same case as we just went through in Crystal Caves recently. In order for us to unlock that gate, we have to press on the switch first, and then make our way back via the Orangutan sprint in just 8 seconds, in my case 8 to 7 coconuts, and getting to the cage. Alright, got it right as the timer hits 0, nice. And we're almost done with everything we can do in the hub world as well. Now we've been making a lot of progress as of late, both in the caves that we just finished up and in the overworld as well. I'm very happy about that, and thankfully we have to be just close enough to where we can launch ourselves through the cannon and get shot to who knows where. We'll show skin just because. When I was a kid, I always thought you get shot into the top of the crown, but as I've gotten older, another theory I've had is that you probably get shot up to the sky? I'm not sure where that cannon really shoots you. It's either one of those places as far as I'm concerned. So wherever you land, you'll be landed in this very creepy lobby of sorts. Maybe it's like creepy to kids, but to adults like me, not so much. I do like the music though, and the atmosphere too. Every time I'm in here, and the level that's preceding it, I always feel like this is like the perfect atmosphere for Halloween. That's what I've always got. Not like a Nightmare Before Halloween-esque vibe, but very similar to that. Then again, this is coming from the guy who has never actually seen that movie in full, which I should probably do sometime. I should make that as a little treat for myself for next year's Halloween. We'll just cut this splat over here with some tasty peanuts. Well, deadly to him, tasty to us. And we got ourselves another blueprint. There's quite a few things we could do in this lobby before we enter the actual level. So let's go over here. We can pick up a boulder with Chunky that will hide a lanky pad that will make us balloon up to the top of these doors. And of course, there's a couple of coaches here. You just take out very easily. And let's throw this thing away too. Can't damage any enemies, unfortunately. That bro just went right through that guy. He didn't even need to use his club to bat it out of the way like he would do with an orange. I guess that bucket helmet is good for something other than Lux. And we'll stick it to Orangutan for just because we've been in this for so long recently. Why not? Let's keep up that trend. And then we'll go float all the way up here to another minigame barrel, which is Searchlight Seek once again. We just encountered this recently. Now it's up to 10 hits this time. I think the only difference here is that the claptrap might be going a little faster this time. It looks like it's going a little faster. So it might be better to lead your shots a little farther ahead than you're used to. It's still not that difficult. It's just more claptraps you gotta shoot. That's all there is to it. And of course, with the RNG, you have to take into consideration about this kind of game as well, because you never know where the the claptrap might end up. I have blueprints so much on the mind recently that I've been so fixated on the splats. There we go, one more to go. Have to be close to me. I was never worried about completing that minigame at all. It's not that tough, unless you'd be like really slow and taking your time to aim at it. And that's all Lanky's bananas that he could collect in the overworld too. Go charge up on this. Another dirt pile means another rainbow coin for us and for all the DK crew. And I think that's all we can do in this lobby at long last. So finally we can enter a level I've been looking forward to revisiting once again. This is like the one level I'm always excited to go back to. I can't really explain why, to be honest. It's like there's not anything particularly memorable about it in terms of like gameplay mechanics or such. It's just really appealing to me, and we'll get into why very, very soon. Regardless, this is one world I'm always looking forward to tackle. Goodbye, I haven't got all day. Show me the bananas and I'm out of this dump. 80 bananas? No sweat. We got more than that at this point, which is not a surprise for us anymore. Or for B-Locker, if I have to guess anything. Let's head on through. Let's get out of here before Fatso discovers that the console recovered the blueprints for this stupid machine. Fatso, is it? I'd choose your last words more carefully if I were you. What's that? Who's there? Any last requests? Nearly there. I'm almost safe. I think not. Wow, morale has really gone down with Kiro and his army recently. And where's he keeping those big claptraps, gonna think of it? If I'm correct, that's the only time you ever see something like that in the entire game. For whatever reason, he doesn't use that in any of the worlds, especially the later ones. I think Kiro's not a big of a leader or an evil doer as we thought. He's not really smart. Then again, when has he ever been praised for his brains? I don't think ever. So welcome to, as Lowell said, Creepy Castle, my absolute favorite world in the entire game. Like I mentioned before, it's not because of the gameplay mechanics that I really like this place. It's more the music and the atmosphere. It always feels like Halloween comes really early whenever I am visiting this world again. Like with the lobby, this almost has a Nightmare Before Christmas vibe to it. That's the only way I can describe why I like this level. It just fits its theme so well. It's a very similar reason why I like Band Monster Match for Banjo-Kazooie, to be very honest. Nothing really stands out about it in terms of like gameplay stuff. It's just the presentation that I'm really a fan of. Then again, I've always been somewhat attracted, for lack of a better term, to like the horror theme in fictional media ever since I was a kid. So I was never like one to be scared of Halloween movies or such. Even though I didn't watch a whole lot of them growing up, anytime I would watch one, I was never like scared. I was more happy, like having fun with it. Not like I'm like a scared genre freak or anything. Not that. I didn't watch that much. Just the casual amount. Complete that barrel course. Not much in terms of branching paths. We'll get that gate to this very old tree opened up. There's some coins over there too. We find a couple of these withered trees in this stage. I don't think you can climb them. You actually can. That makes it very easy to get these coins up here. I'll have to remember to get those once I'm with Tiny. So unlike with Crystal Caves, I feel like I know my way around Creepy Castle pretty well. And I do have a specific route planned out to how I want to tackle things. I just hope I'm able to actually remember most of it. Because the last thing I want to experience is getting lost in my favorite level. That would just be a huge downside to this entire playthrough in my eyes, at least as a creator. So right away, we already got our first blueprint with DK. Very nice, making early progress on in this level. We can go down there. I don't want to go down yet. That might just lead us somewhere else that we can't go to as of this moment. We can break that door down with Chunky. So we can do that, but I don't think there's a tag barrel nearby though. A couple of green coins down there too, I'll have to remember that as well. Not a tag barrel nearby, however. We'll roll to that tip. There's a crossbones. This is the level you'll be seeing that enemy the most in playing this game. Whoops. I should have made a better job platforming through that, to be very honest. That was my own fault that I wasn't being efficient enough at going through those last few platforms. Yeah, just an honest mistake. We all slip up every once in a while. We're all not perfect. So let's roll back there, no sweat at all. Roll to this guy. I'll be sure to end the episode off very soon because I realize that this raw recording is going on a little longer than I want it to. There we go. Just want to get that banana first. Just complete the trail before we do diverge into anything else of this place. Another crossbones, easy to deal with there. There's another withered tree. No many coins up there though. So you'll see that the lower level, it has quite a few places you can go to, and I want to do my best to tackle this place from the ground up. That's the best way I feel like you can deal with this world, because Creepy Castle is more or less a vertically structured world. That's how I feel it. We'll just keep following this trail, the golden trail. It's more yellow, but I don't care. Does it diverge here? No. That's where rocket barrel is. We'll turn around and climb up here. Keep following the banana trail. I'll at least be even further up. Actually, I don't want to do that yet. Like I said, I want to tackle this thing from the ground up. And we're going to do just that. The rest of the pads, at least the first few, will be on this area here near that gate, around a little moat of sorts. And this is, I think, where we'll end things off for today. We just made a little bit of headway into Creepy Castle, so obviously we have a long way to go before we actually make some headway into this world. That being said, I'm really looking forward to this place. So like I said, it's my absolute favorite presentation-wise, so I'm looking forward to spending the next few videos in this location. So next time, we're gonna explore more Creepy Castle to get our footing into this world. Until we meet again, farewell for now.